Hey there, it's me, Safari Sam, and today we got a kit for you. This is like the big Isopod kit from the Bio Dude. If you go on his website and you look at like the invertebrates and bioactive stuff, you can see that there's a kit that gives you everything you need to raise your own isopods. And I got one because I want to raise powdered orange isopods because I want to do more bioactive setups, but also I just love isopods. Like, I just adore isopods and invertebrates. You know, I started calling myself the invertebrate mate sometimes because we have like snails and shrimp, mantises, spiders, all kinds of stuff, and I wanted to raise these. I can use them as a feeder insect as well, which is probably mostly what we'll do because I don't see too many bioactive setups in the future, but there are some lizards I want. But we'll see what happens with lizards. That really gets unfocused easily. I'm shooting from the opposite side, which I don't normally do, but let's get into this. This is from the Biodude, as I said, and on the Biodude's website, it said that this came with ventilation installed. Well, the listing didn't say that this came with ventilation installed. I messaged their team, and their team replied to me and said that ventilation comes pre-installed on these. That is not true. I don't think there was any false advertising. I think a team member was confused, and then I didn't do as much research, because after this arrived, it didn't have the ventilation that I was promised, and I thought, what the heck? And then I went and watched the video where he shows you how to set these up, and I already kind of knew how to set it up because I've been watching a lot of Isopod stuff and doing a lot of research online with different care guides and articles and things, as you should do before purchasing any animal. I've done a ton of that, so I already really know how to set it up, but I went and watched his specific video, and in that one, he's very clear that you have to provide the ventilation yourself because different ones need different ventilation. Uh-oh. But you see, I don't have a drill, or a hot glue gun, or silicone, or mesh, or anything that I need to make that because I thought it was already coming. I think I just got a confused team member. All is forgiven. If I would have just watched their video beforehand, I would have known, but I did not. It's not on me. It is on that team member. But I forgive you, just as our Lord Jesus Christ would. I'm kidding. You ever known a Christian that actually forgave anybody? What? I can't make religious jokes now, Jerry? Wider audience? The only thing that's getting wider is your wife's fucking... Okay. Anyway, this is what comes in it. You get the tub, which is a nice sized tub. It's actually perfect for me. And you get your pick list, because you get to pick some of the specific things in here, right? So, you got this leaf litter. Very cool. You see it's got a little poison dart frog. I briefly considered getting those, but we just got a different frog. So, I don't really need those as well, even though they have become available to me. But this is 2 quarts. Very nice leaves. I could get leaves from the yard, but these just come included in the kit, so I might as well use them. Plus, I know that they're going to be clean and free of pathogens and whatnot. So, that's really good. We also got this calcium bone, specifically for these little guys. There are similar things like this that you can get for birds that'll also work great for isopods, but they need calcium to maintain those exoskeletons. So this is the Biodude brand calcium bone that they can chew on. We also got cork bark right here. It's not labeled as cork bark, but it's clearly cork bark. This is kind of a must for isopods. I might even go buy a bigger piece somewhere. These are good. These are like assorted little mediums. And they'll be fine for my starting culture, but as it gets bigger, I'll probably want a bigger one. But for the size it's going to be starting off, this is nice. You've got bug grub. This is an insect gut load, and since the main thing I'm probably going to be using these as is a feeder, this is actually really, really good. You see, because it puts things in the stomachs of your feeder insects that will be healthy for the critters you're feeding them to, and I want my giant African bullfrog to grow up big and strong. Here, we got something really cool. I believe this is the palm leaves. Yeah! Nice palm leaves, palm bark kind of thing. This I'll mix kind of into the substrate, and they can feed on this, but it can also help kind of keep it aired out and stuff. These are really useful, and I've noticed in his videos the BioDude loves mixing these into pretty much anything bioactive, which is good. You've got Soil Cal Plus, and these guys, as I said, need a lot of calcium. How's that for calcium, bitch? So yeah, the Soil Cal Plus will help with that. I would love some of those giant African millipedes, by the way. If you want us to raise those, let me know, because I would love to. Anyhow, we also got BioDude's business card, which I will be saving. I'm already subscribed to the BioDude and stuff, so I don't super need this. And the diets thing, I mean, these are useful. I probably won't keep this, but if you want to pause and scan, I will allow this to occur. And then, if you want to pause and scan again, and this is, once again, we're not partnered with the BioDude at all. I paid full price for this kit. It's just the BioDude is a YouTuber that I like, and also I hear they make good products. A lot of natural science YouTubers use the BioDude stuff, not even as paid promotion. Sometimes yes, as paid promotion, but not always. A lot of them use it just because it's great quality stuff from someone who really cares about animals and loves what they do. I know this sounds like an ad. I swear to God it's not. I would legally have to disclose it. Jerry would kick the shit out of me if I didn't. But this is Terra Isopoda. This is what the BioDude recommends specifically for the little orange powders that we're going to have. I love orange isopods, they're my favorite, and I'm not going to pay $50 a bug for rubber duckies. That's not going to fucking happen. It's just not. So, let's get started. I was going to cut it with those scissors, but it had a very convenient tab I could pull. And this dump our Terra Isopoda right on in here. Oh, this is actually a little stinky. It's a little stinky, but it's like a natural stink. It's not like repulsive, it's just really noticeable. Like really noticeable. But look, there's a lot of nice hardwood in here that they can snack on. The critters can snack on. Oh, this is really nice. Oh, it's soft and fluffy. Like wet cocoa fiber. But I don't think it is cocoa fiber. But there's a lot of nutrients in this. It's made specifically for isopods. I think they will really love this. And I am going to get some gloves so that nothing on my hands really gets super in there. But also so I don't have to keep knocking them off on my pajama pants because I can't afford jeans. So, we're gonna... Oh, big clump. Oh, satisfying as hell. So, I'm going to even this out a bit. There we go. God, that's so fluffy. Holy shit. Stinky. Stinky, but fluffy. And we're going to take the Soil Cal Plus, and we're going to put the whole goddamn thing in here. And the reason we're doing that is because oranges need a little more calcium. And to be honest, I guess there is too much calcium. That is a thing you can do. But once again, they're oranges. I'm going to put the whole thing in. You actually see it has... it is resealable, which is nice. This actually does seem like real high quality stuff. I just wish I would have been prepared to put my own ventilation in this. Which, once again, I don't feel like is on me, but... Unless... Oh. Okay, I did a very bad job. Spreading that. Here we go. That... oh lord, that's my fault. I accidentally dumped the whole thing. Oopsie daisy. Your mom's gay, G. Now we're going to put the calcium bone in here, and you might be tempted to just throw that puppy in That's not how it works. You're gonna... Oh, it's dusty. Oh, because I just threw it in dust. Duh. That's why. You're gonna... Oh, I want to break it up into little... Oh, there we go. Now it's moving into... God fucking damn it. Oh, that worked a little better than I thought it would. Don't do this at home, bitch. Oh. Okay, that's just making it powder. Oh, that's good. Break it up into chunks, which will create hot spots in your soil and little... I'm having legit trouble. And it'll also... Why didn't I do this first? Not smart. Not creative. Little feeding zones for calcium. Ooh. This cuts through it a lot easier than it looks like it would. But this is basically a condensed powder, from what I can see. So you'll want... I'm not strong enough to just break it up. So the thicker ones I got to do with the scissors, which is really no problem. But once again, they're going to need a ton of calcium, especially if you've got these little orange boys that I'm going to have. Oh. Oh, God. Oh. And don't look at my bald head. Hope it didn't show. We're going to kind of strategically put these throughout. They're not going to stay here on top of the soil, don't worry. They're going to get mixed in. Next up is the queef litter. Oh, very important. This will also help provide those hot spots. And this is going to be a main food source for your little arthropods. Really nice leafies. Queefy little leafies. Now they send you this huge thing of the palm bark. Or palm leaves? No, I think it's bark. No, it's leaves. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Don't put this whole thing in there. Look how much of it would take up. Alright, you don't need a ton. I'm going to put about this much in there. But I'm not going to leave it completely full. You know, I'm going to kind of do a bit of cutting. Oh. There we are. So we'll just pop that pussy. Pop those leaves. These look like leaves to me. I don't live in Florida, alright? Give me a break. Hey. Oh. Move it all around. Oh. And your golden pony boy. You of course then want to mix it all up. Just really turn it over. Ooh. I'm making quite a mess. And I'll just keep doing that for a bit. Now we're going to add our cork bark, one of the most, honestly, important things in the reptile, amphibian, invertebrate hobby. Everything loves cork bark, for the most part. I mean, not everything loves it's I've never been loved, so I can't speak in too much confidence. But we're raising powdered oranges. I've done a lot of research on oranges. That's cardboard, that doesn't need to be in there. And little chunks. We're going to need to do some very specific things with these. We're going to want them on top of our substrate, but kind of like pushed into it. So it's sitting on top, but it's pushed in. You don't want it buried under it. That's not what you're going to want. But before that, let's go ahead and give the whole thing a bit of a mist. Oh yeah, that's good. This water is, of course, from our well, so it's about as pure as water can get. It's super natural, but also pure. Now, I'm going to put this big one kind of right in the center, and it's going to kind of be a divider of sorts between our dry and our wet zone. We're going to want a dry in it. Oh, hi. Can I help you, ma'am? Oh, you guys want to see Naughty Cat, right? Boo, 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 I'm a kitty. Yay, views just increased. Congratulations. Smash that motherfucking like button. You want to see here with me? Okay, that's fine. So, I'll once again push it in, and then we've got 3 big pieces here. I'll take the biggest piece and put it on this side, and then the 2 smallers can go here. This is going to be, I think, the back. Alright. There we go. Really push it in. God, I love this fluffy substrate. This is wonderful. Isopods are going to love this substrate. They're going to be able to dig through it super easily. And it looks so nutritious. Because cocoa fiber alone would not work for them. That's basically what I'm using for our frog there. That's why he's not in a bioactive setup. He doesn't have isopods, he doesn't have springtails. He's got cocoa fiber, sphagnum moss, and I'm going to probably put a little sphagnum moss in here. It didn't come in the kit, but I have a bunch of it. And he's not in a bioactive because his plants are fake, because African bullfrogs dig up their plants. Check out our African bullfrog video. We're going to have more soon, like feeding videos, and you're going to be able to watch him grow into an adult. He's just a little froglet now, but soon he'll be huge. Soon, like big, huge in this tub he could be, if he wanted. Which is pretty insane. But yeah, there we go. We got our cork bark. Cork bark is what you'll always see people pick up and look under in their videos, and then a bunch of isopods will be clinging to the bottom of it. It's great for clinging. It's great for insects and stuff to cling to it. I mean, isopods aren't insects, but you know what I mean. Now we're going to take this. This is our little bug grub gut load. Not pouring this whole thing in there. That would be a bit of a waste. I'm just gonna scoopity-bop-ba, scoopity-bop-ba, sprinkle some all around, and we're gonna save this. It's going to be great food for our isopods, and so will most everything in here. And they're gonna need a big, varied diet, okay? This has a lot of protein, which is good. It'll be good for your critters that eat the isopods. If you even use your isopods as feeders, you might not. A lot of people don't. A lot of people just like them as pets, which I am going to enjoy, but, you know, as they breed, some gotta go. And when they die, I can feed them to things too, when they're already dead. Like my spiders and stuff won't eat something that's not alive, but frogs will. And some reptiles, depending on the reptile. Oh, God! So we got that in there. That's a good high protein food. Not all isopods need a high protein diet, but they all need protein. For show, yo. Hip hop. I'm great at it. That's good. There's also other things you can supplement with, like, if you eat an apple, you can throw the core in there. I've never had a fruit in my life, but, you know, for people who are gay and like to eat fruit, that's fine. I can make that joke because my boss is Pan. I've also seen that a lot of people give them something called Apache morning wood, which is great for detrivores, and a detrivore is what isopods are. It means that they basically just eat dead things. Just all the dead things. Like this detritus right here. Alright? But I've never seen anyone make a joke about it. But that, like, people have to be doing that, right? I guess they're just too professional to do it on YouTube. Luckily, no one ever accused me of being professional. I've got some of the sphagnum moss here. I got it at a good consistency. Not so wet that it's dripping, but it also hold its shape if I squish it together. And a bunch of water won't run out of it. I'm just going to kind of stick it in the back here. The back is going to be my wet side. And then this, I know I gave it a big initial spray, which is fine. This back here is going to be my wet side, and this up here is going to end up my dry side. That way, the isopods can regulate their own moisture levels. I trust them to do that. Too bad my father never trusted me to do a goddamn thing. Naughty cat's trying to eat the bug grub. We're not going to allow that. So, this is it. This is our isopod setup. Yes, I still need to put something here. Ventilation. I put these tiny, tiny slits. They're not going to cut it. Get it? Cut it? Because I cut the slits in there. That's just a bit of help. I'm going to cut a big circle here, and then I might have to get aquarium safe silicone or something and just seal some mesh on really either side so that it can air out. And now is the part where most YouTubers will put their isopods in. But guess whose isopods are running late in the mail? Mine. But it's good to have this set up in order to go ahead and get them. But our isopods will show up very soon. I don't know if the next video will be us adding our isopods and springtails, but it won't just be us dumping them in here and then you seeing that. No, in the next isopod video we're also going to tell you all about the powder orange isopod and the springtails that are going to be living in here with them. But that is it. Thank you all very much for your support. This is how you make just a basic isopod enclosure. Start yourself a little breeding colony. I tried to do that once. They called me a cult leader and kicked me out of college. Just kidding. I could never afford college. But that is it. Thank you all very much. If you want to watch videos of a lot of our other live critters, we have the American house spider. We have the giant orb weaver spider, a big old green praying mantis, you know. We have our neocardinia shrimp, as well as some snails, triops, and our beautiful African bullfrog, who we mentioned before. All kinds of live critters to check out. We're going to try to go to reptile shows and all these things and make cool videos. It'll be really, really great. And also support us on Patreon, because this is expensive stuff. This kit was like $65 before the shipping, which was expensive. Okay? And it's a little smelly. But I don't use air deodorizers if I can help it, because I don't want to kill all my critters. You know? I got amphibians and I got a big aquarium, and all these little critters are very sensitive, you know? Well, that is it. Thank you all once again. Support us on Patreon to see more live animals, which are really expensive to get and keep. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.